shit. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I do not know. Hi everyone, my name's Rosie O'Donnell. They're checking some of the equipment for Cyndi. She's coming out soon. So it's gonna be a little noisy. It's like the beginning of my career at the Ground Round. It's like, hi, I'm Rosie O'Donnell. We got a burger up on 6. Mindy, burger up on 6. 54 years old. Thank you. 5 children. I have 4 teenagers and a toddler. Right? What? And I'm a homo, so it was totally by choice. The fuck was I thinking? My shrink said, why did you have a baby when you had 4 teenagers? I said, why? Because I had 4 teenagers and I needed to remind myself I actually do love children. But not teenagers, they suck, don't they? I trade them in for autistic triplets, I swear I would. I did that joke once and like people who actually had autistic triplets were right, fuck you, send, you know. You're a piece of shit, move to Canada, send, you know. Move to Canada? I never said I was moving to Canada. Even if that orange piece of shit wins, I am not moving to Canada. Interesting. I've had a lot of stuff with him. For 10 years, he's called me fat and ugly. For 10 years. Parker, my son, is like 21 years old now. I remember the first time he came over to me, a little boy, he said, Mommy, I was in the car and I heard that there's a man named Dump Truck and he's saying stuff about you and what happened and my friends are talking about it. And I said, well, Parker, he's a very rich guy, and he has very weird hair, and he's saying that Mommy is fat and ugly. And he looked right at me and he said, Mama, you are not ugly. That's the kind of love you expect from your children, isn't it? It is. I've had an issue with weight my whole life, like more than 3/4 of the American population, including Mr. Orange. He's a little chubby. I'm just saying, the guy's a fat fuck. Anyway, the thing is, no, he's fine. Vote for him. Most billionaires. Oh, look at them. Oh, really? All right, all right. All right. I hear you. I hear you. I'm just saying. In order to protect America, we have to ban all orange people from coming in. That's all I'm saying. Is they're dangerous people. Look at the Oompa Loompas. They're fucking terrorists too. But I've been doing a lot. I had a heart attack 4 years ago. I nearly died. You're clapping for my heart attack? That's kind of sick. It's a little twisted. Really. But this is what's happened since he's become a candidate. People think they're against each other. I'm a working class kid. My mother died when I was 10. We had no money. We were dirt poor. I am a self-made person. Like you. He's a richy rich, demented fuck who doesn't give a shit about you. But it's no choice, America. It's only politics. It's only politics.
Well, then get off the subject.
I can't hear you. I know you're trying to heckle, but this is what it sounds like. It sounds like when you order something at McDonald's, you're like, I'll have the fries and a happy... I don't know what the fuck you just said, but give me fries with that, okay? Are you okay, you two? Are you upset? Are you mad there was politics? You're hot. Can I get anything for you? Do you need water? Do you need a drink? Do you need anything? You're very fit. You're very pretty. Is this your handsome husband? Look at you. You're like perfect Americana. Yeah, what's your name? Sorry? Elaine, and your husband is? And how long have you been married? 39 years! Let's hear it for this, 39 years. Holy shit, that's delicious. I've been married and divorced twice, which is sad, but Trump 3 times. Fuck you. Anyway, no, people, don't be like that. There have been a lot of violence and fights, and remember, we are the world. We hate the Opa. Anyway. Thank you, thank you. Thank you. I don't know what you're saying, but thank you. These are my new jeans. I just got them tonight. Yeah, they're size 11, 12. I stretched them into a 15, 16, but they're stretch jeans, so what the fuck, okay? The tag says 11, 12, and that makes me happy. Yeah, thank you. You know, it was the heart attack. I literally had a heart attack on a Monday morning at 9 a.m. I didn't know I had a heart attack. I was 50 years old. I was in the hospital bringing a friend to get chemo. On the way out, there was a woman in the handicapped stall. She was so large that she couldn't get out of her car. She was stuck in her car. The door was open. She asked me to help her. I lifted her out. It took a long time, about 20 minutes. She was quite large. I felt very sad for her because I know what it's like to feel ostracized, made fun of, somehow less than because you have an addiction to food. I helped her. And later that day, I felt pain in my arms. But I went to bed that night. I thought, well, this can't be anything. The next day, I went to the doctor, and he took my EKG, and he said, Miss O'Donnell, are you an organ donor? I said, yes, but I'm still fucking using them. I had 100% blockage of my LAD. That's right, anyone here who's a nurse or who's a doctor or who's had a heart attack will understand. Martin Luther King's eldest daughter, Yolanda, had the same heart attack I did. She was dead before she hit the floor on her 50th birthday. The doctor said, we have no explanation as to why you lived. The next day, they brought in 20 doctors in a row. They're like, look, this woman here is sort of a medical mystery. Take a look. Hey, how you doing, Rosie? She's about 242 pounds. She has had a massive LAD heart attack, and well, frankly, she should be dead. Rosie, sweetheart, stop eating the cookies. Stop eating the Dunkin' Donuts. Why don't you have some fruit? It was so insulting. I didn't know what to say. I felt embarrassed, humiliated. I started eating the fruit. I was like, okay. And I started to notice a tingle in my mouth. It was like my mouth felt weird. I was like, what the hell is this? You know, it was cherries. I'd had cherries before. I grew up on Long Island. I know from a big cherry from Yellow Top. Anybody? Exit 59, Yellow Top. Anyway, I was in anaphylactic shock. I was allergic to the cherries. And the doctors are going, yeah, Miss O'Donnell should be dead right now. I'm like, excuse me? I think I'm in a little bit of trouble with my mouth. I'm not really sure what's happening, but the guy's like, well, you're in anaphylactic shock, and we normally give you epinephrine, but we can't right now because you've had a massive heart attack. I'm like, give me the fuck out of here, goddamn motherfucker! Then they wanted me to wear a medical alert bracelet. It was gonna say cherries. How horrible is that? Cherries? Why not put unicorns and fairy dust? You know, it's horrible. Recently met Caitlyn Jenner. Very big moment for me. It was a big moment. Listen, Caitlyn Jenner, she has made a tremendous contribution to the trans people in America, and I don't know that anyone else has had that kind of power. And as a gay woman of 54 years old, I felt very touched to move her. I wasn't really expecting to meet her. Because, come on, people. Here's the thing. We're better than his sound bites, and so are you. You're here to see Boy George and Cyndi Lauper. Wake the fuck up! I went to Kanye West's fashion show with my 16-year-old son, and there I met Caitlyn Jenner. I couldn't believe it. She walked over to me, and I was so thrown. I made the stupidest comment. I said, hey man, how you doing? Felt like Donald Trump right then. But as a gay person, to be 54 years old and to understand, in my lifetime, we have gone from no one ever mentioning the word gay to gay people being allowed to get married. In my lifetime, that's pretty astounding. That's a pretty amazing country. That's a country that defines democracy. My kids think it's pretty funny that I get so involved in all these things. They're like, how come your name is on the internet? Why do people know you? I'm like, there was a time, a long time ago, honey, when I had a TV show. It was like Ellen's show. I was very popular and people liked me. And my son Blake goes, well now, people just think you're Melissa McCarthy. And they do, at least twice a week. People say, oh my God, are you that lady from Spy? And I'm like, yes I am. Feels good, she's 20 years younger and she's freaking hysterical. After the Supreme Court allowed gay people to have the same rights as straight people, I was in therapy. I see you, I'm with you. I was in therapy, and my therapist is like, how do you feel about it? I said, I can't even articulate it, but when I walked outside into the parking lot, there were two young lesbian girls in high school holding hands, and I was so overwhelmed. I'm like, oh my God, you guys. When I was a kid, nobody could even, hi, how are you? And one girl goes, Mindy, get behind me. You back off, lady. I don't know what's wrong with you. She thought I was like a predator. And as they ran out of the parking lot, I'm like, didn't you see me in Spy? Apparently they didn't. There is a woman who has worked for gay rights longer than anyone else in the music industry. She has worked for political causes that she believed in. She has stood up and faced the opponents even when it wasn't the popular thing to do. She is, and I got you, she's an amazing woman. Cyndi and I went on tour when Bill Clinton was in office to do Rock the Vote. Here's what MTV did. They took a popular comedian and they took a popular rock star, they paired you together and they put you out on the road. It was the first time I get to know Cyndi. I didn't really know her at all, but I loved her music. She was out there and she was about to introduce the tape that talked about voting. And she said, all right, everybody, I just want you to realize it's really important that you vote. I don't care who you vote for, but just remember, on election day, you should vote. You can vote online, you can vote at your local elementary school. Watch the tape. And she walked off, and I saw her in the wings, and I was like, Cyndi, what the hell are you saying out there? You cannot vote online. That is American Idol. She's like, oh my God, I didn't realize it. Well, what do you think I should do? I said, I don't know, Cyndi, you're on your own. And I thought, she's doomed, right? They're gonna eat her alive out there. But she walks out and she goes, all right, everybody. Apparently, there was a little bit of a misunderstanding. You can't really vote online, but I am a visionary, so it's probably going to happen in the future. And I'll tell you what, she is a visionary, and it is happening in the future. And no matter who you vote for, even if it's the orange asshole, just vote, people, because democracy